and the Coldstreamer will shortly complete his duties for today. We will begin with the reading of the Abbey Charter by the Reverend Chris Jones. Confirmation of King Alexander of the lands and liberties of the monastery of Coldstream. Alexander, by the grace of God, King of Scots, to all honourable men in the whole realm, wishes salvation. Know ye that I have conceded, and by this my present charter have confirmed, that donation which Patrick, Earl of Dunbar, granted to God, and the Church of St Mary of Coldstream, and the sisters and their assistants serving God there, the whole lands of Lennel, viz. Town of Lennel, with the pertinence held and possessed by the same sisters from the said Earl and his heirs, with all the liberties, properties and pertinence, whether within or without the same, without any retention, subtraction or diminution, in free, pure and perpetual gift, as freely, lawfully, fully and honourably as any gift within our whole realm is freely, lawfully, fully and honourably held and possessed by any party. And as the charter of the said Earl granted to the said sisters fully declares, with our safe service from the Lord Earl and his heirs, sealed in the presence of Hugh de Berkeley, Justiciary of Lothian, Hugh de Abernathy, Alexander de Balliol, Alexander de Wallibus, Richard Seward, Bernard de Monte Alto, William Bison, on the 21st day of June, in the 21st year of our reign. The Priory of St Mary was founded by Gospatrick, 3rd Earl of Dunbar, in 1165. The Priory building stood on the high ground next to the Tweed Green, down to my left, overlooking the ford in the river. Throughout our history, the ford in the Tweed was used by many invading armies, both Scots and English, including on the 28th of March 1296, Edward I of England crossed here with 5,000 horses and 30,000 infantry. Edward's men pillaged the priory storehouses, damaged the orchards and the surrounding countryside, before moving downstream to attack Berwick. On the 20th of August 1640, the Covenanting army, led by the great Montrose, crossed the ford, but only after Montrose himself waded the river 3 times to prove to his men that it was safe to do so. On the 2nd of January 1660, General Monk crossed the ford to make his epic journey to London, where he helped to restore the monarchy. These men were called by the no dishonourable name of Coldstreamers, henceforth becoming the Coldstream Guards. However, it is the events of the 9th of September 1513 that we remember today. On the 22nd of August 1513, Isabella Hopringle of Coldstream Abbey would have blessed King James IV's army as it passed through Coldstream. The vanguard of the Scottish army was led by Lord Hume and his borderers. In Hume's division were many men from places that still make up our beautiful border country. Lord Hume's kinsman, Sir David Hume from Wedderburn Castle near Duns, was accompanied by all his 7 sons, George, David, Alexander, John, Robert, Andrew and Patrick. They were known as the 7 Spears of Wedderburn. It was custom in those days that in time of war, the heir would remain at home to continue the family line in case the rest of the family were killed. George was sent from the Scottish camp when the English army were first spotted in the vicinity of Flodden Hill. On his way back, George stopped at Coldstream Abbey, where his mother, Isabella Hopringle, persuaded George to return to his father, safe in the knowledge that the king's mighty army would never be defeated. Hume's men were the first to engage the English on that fateful day, and during the battle, Sir David Hume and George were slain. The 6 remaining brothers wrapped the bodies in the Hume banner, which was a green saltire, and carried them back to Wedderburn.
When the remnants of the Scottish force crossed the Tweed here after the battle, Isabella, on hearing of the slaughter that had taken place, ordered her nuns to go to Brankston Moor to give comfort to the dying and bring the bodies of Scots noblemen back to Coldstream Abbey to be buried in consecrated ground. To commemorate this act, the Coldstreamer was charged this morning to bring back a sod of earth from Flodden.
Offer a prayer of thanksgiving, and in that prayer I'm going to suggest you have space for your own words of thanksgiving to yourself, to your neighbour, and to God as you please. So today we are giving thanks in our minds for Central Coldstream, Coldstream Riders Association, the conveners of all activities, ex-Coldstreamers, lassies, sponsors, the farming community, principals, all those who support everything. Father, thank you for our time in community, especially this week and this day for deep and long of fleeting friendship. The conversations on the way, for our freedom to serve others, for finding meaning for our lives in remembering, celebrating, and opening to us love and laughter, joy and hope. For all who have made this day and this week possible, we give thanks. Times of trouble or financial strain, anxiety for our own or our family's future, we thank you that we can be led by a Coldstreamer to discover life in our common path. We give thanks for signs from a church in which so many have turned and become disaffected. Yes, thank you for your body on earth, celebrating the community of creation. Thanks be to God.
Silent morning, on every morning, the blues of the forest are all me the one. I've heard from Lilton, at the Gow, Milton, lasses a Lilton, before God o' day. But now they are moaning, on Ilcarry morning, the blues of the forest are all me the one. At Bach in the morning, they light lads a sonnen, lasses are lonely and dowly and way. They dappen, they garden, that's iron and sabin, if you lift a len and he's half a wall. You'll walk all the others said, "Well, I say the border, the English playing by a gale one the day, the floors of the forest, the quarter the billows, the brave whole land like all in the clay. We'll head in Milton, hearty out Milton, women and bairnies are helpless and weak, a sighing and moaning on Elderly, moaning, oh, the forest, far are we away.
Sir, I have fulfilled the charges you sent me this morning. I return your colours to you. Details for the old home, eh, Pep? Hey! Hey! Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our Abbey ceremony this evening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.